Um, I just want to get back to our introduction of our super, super, super awesome guest. Some of you know a lot about Dany Sanz, and some of you are new to Dany's history. You know Makeup Forever, and you know the brand, and you know how incredible it is, and you are, I'm assuming, knowledgeable about the fact that Dany Sanz founded Makeup Forever. She's no longer with the brand, has not been for a few years. But what we wanted to talk about today was two things. One, as we know, we speak very, very seriously at the Powder Group about understanding your business and your craft and the history of the industry, and that this is the right time, and we'll talk about this with Dany, it's the right time to learn these things. You have the time to really dig in. And what I thought was interesting, and Dany agreed, was to talk a little bit about her history and how she got into makeup and how she got to founding Makeup Forever. And then as we move forward into the discussion, Dany has such an amazing perspective. And one of the things that we were so excited about having Dany with us in 2019 at the Artist Summit, unfortunately, Dany broke her foot, and so she couldn't come with us. But the session was called To Be Continued. And I thought that this was an amazing concept and idea to regroup on with COVID and all of the uncertainty in the industry. The idea here is if you're passionate and if you're focused and if this is your heart, you continue, you keep going, you go to the next thing. And when Dany left Makeup Forever, one would think, well, she can retire and she can chill out. But no, Dany is not a retire and chill out person. Dany picked up the next thing, and she started moving forward, and she did more programs with other companies. She started doing education in China and all over the world. She helped to partner with brands in Europe to help create product. She worked with the Powder Group on things. So what I find is amazing is even when you have the opportunity to say, okay, that's been enough. If this is your heart and this is what you love and this is your passion, you find a way to continue and to keep going. So what we'll talk about in the later part of this discussion is Dany's perspective on where we are now, what the world of the industry is like, what her perspective is on it going forward. And I'm going to talk as little as possible, and I'm fortunate because Dany likes to talk as well, so I don't have to keep dragging the conversation. David's laughing because he knows. So I want to start by, again, recommending that as we go through this, it's always great to see our friends, but putting someone on speaker view gives you the opportunity to really focus on the presenter, and Dany's on my speaker view right now. I'm super excited to see you. Hello. And I'm glad that we have all of our technical. It's okay now. Dany, as I said, you've been in this industry for, it's been over 30 years. It's an industry that has changed in very many ways, and we can talk about some of that. But what was the reason? How did you begin in makeup artistry and in makeup?
It's a long story, but I will first, sorry for my English and American speaking, because I'm not very good. If you don't understand, tell me, because you're not so much good in French. I'm not so much good in English also, but I try, I do my best. The story, the real beginning of the story is because I started my career in an art school. I became painter and sculptor. And that is the most important thing, because I think, if not, I will never become a makeup artist. So I discovered in an art school, art, painting, sculpting, and I decided to become artist, painting and sculpting. But very quick, after the 3 years I did in the art school, I discovered also that my personality was not really like that, and to be really only artist and to spend hours and hours, in front of my frame and painting alone was not for me. I discovered the world of makeup artists very, very quick. And I discovered also that the makeup artist, in fact, was doing quite the same thing. They was painting for me in that time, painting, because I didn't know what was makeup. They was painting like me, but on the skin and on a human being. And I discovered it was possible to do same thing I was doing, use color, express myself, to do things, but on the face, I didn't know that time I will do body painting and just on the face. I said, oh my God, I can use color, I can paint on the face. That is very interesting. And it's because I decided to learn a little bit more about that profession. I didn't know nothing about that profession, and more I became very interested. But becoming interested, I saw also all the potential of the profession because I'm like that. I am curious, very curious. And when I see something, I cannot stop my imagination and have more ideas, build. I like to build things with nothing. So I, even I didn't want to do it. So looking the makeup artist, thinking about the profession, I say, my God, but it's a lot of things to do. If I paint, if I sculpt, it's a lot of things to do on a human being. And I discovered the beauty industry, the makeup industry, the world of makeup artists. I decided to stay with them because they was in action, and I like action. I learned because I didn't know what exactly was to do makeup, so I learned a little bit. I like a lot the atmosphere around the makeup artist because I was very close to a theater, the world of shows. You know, it was my a beautiful universe in those years. It was before the 80s. The world was changing again, like now, but in a different way. And I decided to stay. I decided to stay in that world. I said, okay, to be makeup artist for me is good because I can paint, I can sculpt on face, I can invent, I can create, I can things nobody knows how to do it. And very, very, very quick, I became a little bit famous. Famous is not a good name because I was so much different. Some media, they noticed I was here because I decided to paint on the body, for example. Nobody was doing it. And I was painting bodies, journalists was very interested, but I was doing, say, what are you doing? I said, paint the body for what? I said, I don't know, it's art, okay. I don't know. As I always ask, they said to me, you will get money with that? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I will get money with you, but I do it because I like. You see, I was totally a little bit out of the box, but I was sure to have choose the good way. And in that time, 80s was a very good time for to do something a little bit different. And very soon also, I was surprised, a lot of makeup artists, the normal one around me, and they was looking at me a little bit surprised. You are different. I say, oh yes, maybe I'm different. Yes, I am different. It's because now I said to the makeup artist, you have to be different. It's my tagline. You have to be different. I was different. And all of them, you know, there was so much exciting because I was different. They said to me, oh, we want to be taught by you. I said, teach, but I don't know to teach. I don't know what is to teach. I'm not teacher. I didn't do a special school for to teach. I am an artist, a little bit out of the box. Even I don't know what is to teach. Okay. So I did it because it was interesting to share with the people I like. I discovered it was for me very interesting and nice to share with the makeup artist. So I did it and I opened a school. I say, okay, I opened a school, small school. And that has been my, beginning of my story. I didn't know at that time, you know, I will do a brand. But I was sure I was sure of my good road. I was sure of my planet. I said to the makeup artist, you have to choose your planet. My planet was good. I said, you have to stay in that planet. I don't know what will happen with you and what you will do, but your planet is good. That planet is for you. And immediately, when I opened the school, I discovered also that we had very few products around for to work. So with a student, we were so much marginal, so much different. My student, all of them are different because I was different. So we was looking for incredible and not existing things. So what I did, I said, okay, we will do it. And in the kitchen of the school, we decided to do our own product. It was very amusing. The student was very happy to do that. So we did that, yes, years. And one day, some students, maybe more serious than me, said, you should do your brand, you should do your product. I said, but I don't know to do brand, I have no money, I'm not, it's not for me, I have not the personality, I'm not business lady at all. But I did it. I did push my student. I decided to do my a brand. I didn't know at all what was to do brand. I met Jacques, my husband, Uncle Jacques, in that time, and it's important because I was not alone. But he was totally out of the box. Also, I don't think so. He was rich. No. And with a student, with a tribe of the student, with no money, with no knowledge, with our dream, with everything. I did the few brands, the few babies, the small babies at that time, whose name is Makeup Forever. And I enter really in the industry because I had to learn what was the makeup industry product, how to do the product, the formulation. I was afraid, I was totally afraid. How to do the product in a good way, the laboratories, legislation, blah, 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 blah. It was very difficult. I thought it was difficult, but I did it. And I fall in love with the formulation. For me, it has been also a very exciting moment in my life to discover how to do the product. So it's because also, I still I am in the cosmetic industry because to do for real the product, for me it's so exciting.
Dany,
So,
Dany, what was the first product that you developed in the kitchen with Uncle Jacques?
The first product has been the creamy color, flash color.
So that's a staple still of the brand. So that's been 30
iconic,
plus years.
iconic. After that, a star powder, because it was easy to do. I should not say that. I should not say that. But it was easy to do because we didn't have material to do it, no money, nothing. So sure, it was not possible to do a product like now you have. Very difficult to do. So we start by simple and but very useful also, but simple product. Some powders also. We did colorful powders, successful at that time. It was easy because we took normal powder mixed with pigment. The pigment, pure pigment, successful, so much easy. I was going to the fabric, and at the first time, the laboratory was so much surprised. But I was so different, so original. The chemist and the owner of the laboratories, they like me because I was totally different of the other customers. Okay, it's me, Dany. May I buy 5 kilos of pigment? No, nobody. 5 kilos only? I said, yes, but I have a very small market. So they decide to do it because I was so funny, and I was joking all the time, and we become friends. It was a family story. So it also because my personality, it was easy when you joke, when you are nice with the people, I know all the laboratories, because my personality, they helped me a lot because that. So we did that, the brand born like that because because a family system, because a friendly system, because a simple or authentic, no system, no star system, no makeup artists wanted to work with me, they want to stay with me. It was families, tribe, like I said, the real tribe. It was incredible. I hope for you, you have the chance one day in your life to do that.
Yeah.
Really.
I want to go back to, I pulled some images that we've worked with before of some of your art, because I think it really speaks to who you are as an artist and as a makeup artist. These are, and I'm going to use the term, very simple, like drawings, but they're very Dany. I'm just going to pull these up really quick. I have to, as all of my folks know, I'm not great at sharing screens, but I'm going to see if I can do this correctly. All right, there we go. And do this. So this is chemist Dany, but Dan, this is, you're not making product here. You're using raw pigment to create art.
Because with the pigment, the makeup, I draw, I paint. Because for me, it's in my brain is the same. When I do color, when I create color for product, I imagine that has been really the success of the brand. Because doing the formulation, the product, because I'm a makeup artist, it's not like the other brand when you use a marketing to choose a product. No, for me, it wasn't like that. Because creating the product and going to the laboratory and choosing the ingredient, I was doing the makeup in my brain at the same time. I say, oh, that's good for to do that. And now in the brand, it's not like that. The brand, they send the marketing for to see what will be the best sell for the blah blah, what is nice to see for the customer, but they don't imagine in reality what will do the product really, what will effect will have the product in makeup. For me, the creation of the formulation as a product was in my mind already used in makeup for real, for pros or normal customer. And it was for me more easy to choose a good formulation and the good pigment, the good color, because I was still I am makeup artist, and I was surrounding my makeup artist. I don't like to work alone. I never work alone. I need a tribe. With no tribe, I'm lost. So surrounding by the makeup artist, surrounding by the one working around me. It was so nice, to imagine together, doing a test, the makeup. I don't know what you think about for the dark skin tone, for Asian tone, for her. And before to choose the pigment, the ingredient to the product, life is a stage already. We had our movies of ladies using, or actresses using the product before to do the product. It means totally in the other side of what they are doing now, totally differently. And it's work.
And Dany, this is, I didn't realize it when I put it in the original presentation, but this is the cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dany, in the old flagship store in Paris, there was the downstairs space, which was where Dany made all the product, and this is called the cave.
The cave. You have been the cave.
I have been in the cave, and we did.
You have been the
I
cave.
just pulled it up. I don't know if they can see this very clearly, but in the spring 2009 issue of the magazine, we celebrated the 25th anniversary of Makeup Forever, and Dany invited me to Paris, and we did this shoot in the cave.
I invite you at home.
And to your home. I'll post on our TPG Pro page the pictures of you and me later. It'll be funny. But I want to point out, you guys see in the back right-hand side over Dany's shoulder, it looks like a mixer, like a kitchen mixer.
Yeah.
That's an actual KitchenAid mixer that Dany would use to create product. And I took a photo of it in the magazine that I just noticed it there.
My father tools. My father, Idina, has been the first one to do my eyeshadows because no money, no fabric. So I teach my father how to do eyeshadow, press shadow. I bought a very simple machine, that one. I bring the machine to my father's home. I teach my father to do the shadows, and he was totally excited to do it. And he did, but a lot of shadows, thanks to my father. Maybe during 5 years in Makeup Forever. My father was my first producer of shadows. Sometimes he was doing mistake. My father was very creative. And sometimes, but Papa, you don't do the color I ask you to do because we have a line. And my father said, yes, but that color is so beautiful. I did it also. I said, but Papa, it's not the color I asked you. And you know what? The makeup artist was excited. And they wanted to buy my father's color and not
maybe he had it. Maybe he was right.
So much.
And I wanted to move on to the other image. So this is in your home and you're drawing, and it's your desk upstairs.
Yes.
And I think that the fact that you live, and I just want to the fact that you live with art around you, that you have the tools always accessible to you. You have your pencils and your chalks.
Why I want accessible things? Because I'm quick. This means, I don't prepare so much. So even now, if you could see, I like when I have something in idea, I draw. I draw with a simple pencil. I can do makeup with a big brush. You see just in a table. This means I'm not precise in the tools. For me, art and makeup to paint, for me the same. I can do a makeup with a spatula. For me, it's not important. It's the result. It's the result. For me, the result is the most important. Sure, after that, when you do your job in a department store or with a normal customer, you have to use a good tool. But in fact, when you feel to do immediately something, you have to do it immediately. If not, you lose. If you wait, you lose your inspiration. So it's if you haven't close to you what is necessary to have, time you go to your bathroom, to your it's not possible. So because I like to do quick things like that, I have around me, but I don't need so much things. With the simple things you do. So you see around me, I am a very small room, but it's full of indispensable things. I can take one thing and I will draw with. I have a brush here. I have a palette for eyes here. I mix. And I decided one day to paint the wall. It was in New York. My first experience was in New York. I will never forget that. Never. I decided to paint a wall for New York. It was for the New York show. I must have. And I said to the makeup, to the US tribe, okay, I will paint the wall. And they said to me, are you crazy? How long it will take? I said, 4 hours. 4 hours. And I did it. And it was fabulous.
I want to show you that picture, guys, because I realized just now that I didn't have it in there. So this is from the New York, the makeup show in New York. Then that's
what Danny fabulous.
And fabulous. This was how many people helped you paint this?
Me to paint that I was alone.
All by yourself.
Only me. I was doing all the wall, and close to me, I asked to have 3 makeup artists. And the makeup artist was doing a real body painting. So they was doing a real body painting close to me, and I paint totally, fully, even me, the wall. And when I say I need 4 hours, 5 hours to paint the wall, they say, no, you will not do it. I say, yes, I will do it. I will do it.
And that was all with cream color.
With color cream.
All with color cream, no makeup, no painting.
I will not forget because I had one assistant. He was not Orlando. He was I don't remember the name from New York, and he was my assistant. My assistant was to fill a palette with a color cream, and each 10 minutes I was asking him a new color cream, and he was looking at the color cream. He said, "Oh, so much expensive." I said, "Fill the palette, fill the palette." don't don't think about the price. I will never forget that. It has been one incredible moment in my life.
That's great.
And in Lebanon. In Lebanon, I did another one. I did one in each country in the world. Each country in the world has one word.
It's amazing.
Of
Now,
Dany.
the color cream doesn't dry down all the way, right? So,
But now I do with the acrylic painting. It's
okay.
more practical.
Yeah, because I know they'll want to have that be. I'm going to go back. I want to show sorry, look at me being all technical and moving around a screen. Isn't it shocking, everyone? So this is some other examples of you doing the oversized, the scale one. There's Ludo, our friend,
Ludo.
and
You see,
incorporating
Ludo is not painting the frame. Ludo is doing a real body painting.
yeah,
You see the lady paint close to my wall. You see, and Ludo is doing a body painting going well in superposition to my wall.
it's great.
I like
I love this.
Lebanon.
And then I put in this because I think that going from your art and your sketching and your drawing, and a lot of those, as people probably noticed, were illustrate drawings that were going to be turned into a makeup. They were your face chart, basically.
Yeah.
And
Because
this is the same. You drew this, and this is for IMAX.
When I draw, you can see it's only ladies. I paint only ladies' face and body, part of body, only. So I play with the face, and when I paint, I imagine, because I am a makeup artist, I paint the wall, I paint the lady, I do a frame also, only faces and lady's face. And when I do the lady's face painting, for me, it's a great inspiration when I do after my real makeup on a real face with a real makeup product. That really inspire me. My first step when I do makeup is always to draw, to paint, and to do the makeup. And I teach the student like that. As part of my education, I always teach the student doing like that. First, you draw, you paint, even you don't know to draw, never mind. You draw, you paint, you express yourself, and after you do your makeup in a good way.
And this is the result of that illustration. And this was for IMATS in Los Angeles, probably 9 years ago, maybe more.
Yes, maybe.
Beautiful. Bardot by
Yeah.
beautiful. You look like a marionette.
When I do makeup, for me is to paint. You know, I don't do makeup exactly like the other. My position, I try to have a normal position like a makeup artist. I teach them to have a good position. But for myself, I can't do it. I say, okay, I will teach you to have the good position, but I can't not have the good position. So if you cannot have to have the good position, forget, do it in your position, because I can't. So my position is more like a painter, because I do it more in front of the model, like a painter, like on a frame. And the makeup artists, they prefer to do like that. I let them do like that because you cannot fight with your personality, your pulsion, and what you are. Again, the result is the most important.
I wanted to show also, you know, at the beginnings, I think it's very interesting for people to look at sort of the way that Makeup Forever and the artistry that you showcased from,
Yeah.
you know, 30, 25 years ago, still is so relevant today, and how many risks you took and how many shifts and changes in the style of artistry you gave to the brand. So we're not going to speak to each of these, but if there's one you want me to stop at, please let me know. And there's just a couple on each thing, and they're kind of chronological, but not necessarily. So some of the earlier stages, I love Baby Blues. This is my favorite photo.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. It's a long time ago, and it's true when I see now. You know, I'm not passéiste at all. But now, you know, I'm like the other people. You know, we are checking what we did before. And when I saw when I see some picture, say, but we can do it now. You know, when you see the black and white, it could be a visual for now. It's not so much change. I post in Instagram, you know, all the visual, and it's true. It's a look. They look like visual from now. So that visual, for example, with it was for China, the one with the body painting on it. And I was,
one.
yeah, I was avant-gardist a little bit in the vision of the makeup, the communication, and some people didn't like, and you know, see the rainbow style. It's totally old. It's very old. And when you see now what they are doing in picture in Instagram, it's like now that visual has at least 15 years.
Yeah.
that one much more. So it's funny, you know. Yeah, I think I was avant-gardist, and that those one has been very successful, but very fashionable now, again. And that one in US, you know, the one with the smoky eyes is very old. Successful in the US, very successful in the US, very successful.
So I thought that it was, don't laugh at my desktop, everyone. It's a mess. So I wanted to talk, because you mentioned, you know, what brands are doing now with makeup artistry. And I think that we're in a place in the industry where we call it a pause, right? It's to stop for a moment. And because of COVID and because of so many things, if you were starting a brand now, like so many brands are paused, they're waiting now for the next thing to do. If you were starting a brand now, what would be the things that you think are missing in the industry?
You think it's that question? Sure, you can imagine a lot of people they ask me that question because it's very important, because a lot of young people, makeup artists, they want to do their own brand. Startups, it's a lot of people who want to do their own brand, and more, you know, because I am consultant now. They ask me also why, and so for me, if I had to do again a brand, no, it's not possible to do a brand like I did Makeup Forever before, but because everything changed. But change in good also, not in bad, because some what I don't like, it's always now it's not like before it was better, now it's not true, it's not true. Now it's different. So if I had to do a brand, and I am, for some people, you know, trying to lift a little bit the brand they have already, it's to keep the value of the brand and the vision of the brand. That's the beginning of the story and the value. And the value for me are the fundamentals. And the fundamentals are really what you want to do, what you believe, what is your vision for the brand, and what you are, what is your personality. The authenticity, the reality, the legacy. Okay. When I did Makeup Forever, I did exactly what I decided to do. To supply and to do a product, even cheap one, because I didn't have money, so it's not a question of price. Huh? I choose to do with my heart the good product for the pros, because it was the beginning, my customer, the one I wanted to supply first. After that, I decided to open the public market, but with quality, authenticity, without any marketing false things. You know, I did what I believe to do, what I trust to do. And after that, it was difficult. It was difficult because we didn't have in that time so much ingredient. It means, you know, the technology from before and now is totally different. For example, now you have, for to do product, it's not question of price, it's question of technology. You have a lot of possibility we didn't have before. The back powder, some pigment we didn't have, the way to do the product, some hydrating ingredient. I don't know things. I'm good in formulation. I like to do it. Okay, it was impossible to do some product before. Okay, and now you have, and that's incredible, the digital communication, internet, Instagram, for to do the communication, for to sell your product, for to link your product with different company to communicate. It's incredible. It's incredible. So if I have to do a brand now, I will do the same. I can say that. Like I did in Make a Fragrance, me to think about my vision, blah, blah, blah. We spend time. I will decide to be honest, like I was, totally honest, to make a point, okay? And to do it slowly, but to be sure to stay honest with what I'm doing. And I will use, that's fabulous, the new technology. And I don't know if I can say that. I think I will do much better. I think I will do much better. I will do much better because now it's possible to have more knowledge. You can know much more about the concurrencies. You go to a town and say, no. You know much more, you know, the fault of the other, you know much more the market. Immediately you can see what are the best sales of the, immediately you can see the trend everywhere in the world. It wasn't possible to do that in that time, you know. So it was risky to do that. So I think, yes, I'm sure about what I'm talking about. I will do it much better.
Well, better than what you did would be pretty amazing, because I think everyone on our Zoom session thinks what you created was pretty spectacular. So we would love to see what comes next, if that comes. So maybe we can talk later. I do have a question. You know, we're going into a period right now where it's been 2 or 3 months for most artists around the world, every country, and they've not worked. And it's very scary. And, you know, you said before you were afraid, and it was very difficult in the beginning. And it made me think about this period of time for our community. You are passionate, and no matter what, Dany is going to do this. And I say to our community at the Powder Group all the time, if this is your heart, if this is what you are meant to do, you will continue to do this. Besides COVID, and besides the beginning, were there ever other big challenges, big difficulties? I think we look at you and we think, this is Dany, incredibly successful brand, famous around the world, has her tribe. She is an icon. She is our mentor. But we all go through times sometimes. Were there challenges or difficult times for you in the development of the brand or as you move forward?
You know, the icon, Dany, has been a lot of time afraid also. A lot of time, because yes, for to do all the thing I did, it hasn't been easy. No, it hasn't been easy because it's a question of life, like I was talking about. With Iroko, it's a question of life. So no, it's not easy. It's not easy, but after that, you know, when you really think about the future in a good way, it's a question to think in the future in a good way, it becomes more easy, because the ones they think always negative, and they are not able to clear a little bit sometimes their mind, because some people are not able to clear their mind. So they become immediately in stress, and to be I am a stressed lady, but not for that. I'm a stressed lady when I am in front of a computer. They are stressed in life. They are stressed about. They don't know how to, comment on dit gérer, I don't know the name in French. They don't know what to do with the stress. They are not able to know to do with the stress. So and you have stress. some moment in your life. And sure, I had a lot. I am old. We can use that word, mature. I am mature. So I had a lot of stuff. But what happened now with the COVID, it's totally dramatical, because it's true. But it's true. I say it's dramatical. It's true, because it's one thing never saw before. It's yes, it's totally mysterious. Sometimes the stress is coming from something stressing, but not mysterious. So we're the mysterious moment, and we don't know exactly what will be happen. We expect, but we don't know what we expect exactly, and that it's really because people are in stress. But the positivity, it's the planet cannot disappear. I don't think so. So the planet will not disappear because that. So if the planet doesn't disappear, some things will happen, and it happened. It happened few and few. You can see. I know in America you have much more and more and more each time. Something good happens, something bad happens. You are really in a bad moment in your life, but good things happen. And for makeup artists and for hairdresser, for the one they work in that industry, is worse, because you work, sure, between human touching and skin, and you are really in the middle of that situation. But also, you have to think about exactly, and to make a point about your job. What is to be makeup artist? Do the makeup artist job could disappear off the planet? No, it's not possible. The job of makeup artist cannot disappear off the planet. So wait and see, but it cannot disappear. Do the job of makeup artist or hairdresser will change? Yes, a little bit. But all the job change each 10 years or 20 years, something change in your life, in your job, because the life like that change. In which way will change? Think about a little bit. People, they don't think about in what they are useful, in what they are doing exactly now, what they don't do now because of COVID, and what they will do. So it's stress when you don't know exactly what is your position. Some people, they lose a job or they're not job, but they don't know exactly what is their position. And when you don't know what your position is not good. It's because maybe you have no position. That's bad. So it's I am positive, and I say, okay, you must be positive, because your job and you have a position. Your position now is a little bit fragile because that, but you are in the middle of fragile situation, and you don't work never alone. Makeup artist or dresser, you don't work alone. You have the brand, they pay to you to work. You have the movies industry, the theater industry, the video industry. You are one part of the chain. One part of the chain, and the link, and the link cannot stop. So, because the link and the line will not stop, you will stay in your position, link of the position. So you have to think about what you have to do to stay in your position. Because some makeup artists or dressers, they lose the positivity, they lose exactly what they are doing, their position. They become so much negative, even they don't know what they were doing before, what they will do after. So it's no good. So my positivity is to think about what they was doing before, what was their position before.
Hi.
What happened now with people? People they work for the brand, because the brand are suffering a lot. The open space are suffering a lot. The movies industry suffering a lot, but they don't close. It's not finished. And if you see in which circumstances and where makeup artists and hairdressers are working, it's a lot of situation on people and employers and companies, they use a makeup artist and dresser. And when you find your position from before, you can find and think about your position after. Okay, you have a pause a little bit now, but that pause maybe is good for to think about, to take time to think about what will be your position after. Keep your position. Some of them is true, maybe they will not keep their position because some of them they will not think about, and some of them they didn't have so much position before. In that category of job, you have a lot of people, makeup artist, hairdresser, blah blah blah, a lot. It's good and it's not good because it's a profession to be makeup artist and to be hairdresser, and some it's a profession. So the one a little bit fragile say, man, what is my position? But it's time maybe now, because we have a little bit more time, to deep a little bit that situation, to learn maybe a little bit more some detail. Maybe you need some knowledge. Maybe if you want to really confirm your position, for to be already in your position when you will start again, and it will start soon. It will start soon. It will start soon, believe me, soon. To be already in your good position, don't be lazy, don't wait too much. Try to deep your knowledge, what you know, your education, your reflection, your life globally, for to be really, yes, good, fresh, sure about yourself, secure about yourself, for to prove you will be ready for to start and for to be the one to start in a good position when you will start soon in your job. And it's not so much they will do it. A lot they will not do it. I know that. So do it. It's a challenge. Life is a challenge. Life is a stage. Life is a challenge. And you lose some of them sometime. And you keep the best sometime. Life is like that. So I think, you must be the one to be choose, to stay and to confirm your position, but in a good way. When you start, when you will see the light, the road, we can see the light in the road a little bit. But when you will see the light in the road, you will feel secure about yourself. Okay, because you will during that time, you will have more security about what you are doing, about a lot of things. I don't know you, so I cannot give advice to you one by one, but globally it's like that. It could be knowledge in your job, knowledge in different things. It's easy now to have knowledge. Computers are full of tutorials. Some of them are really bad, but full of also. But you are clever. You know what you need to choose. That also is important. You must know what you need. That is important. Some people, they don't know what they need, and they need. So they will swim in the middle of a lot of things, and they don't go straight to the point. You must know what you need for to be stronger. It belongs to you.
Dany, it sounds like you're talking about taking time sort of for self-discovery, or to really
taking time, but not lazy and not not in a bed dreaming about Do you see what I mean? No,
I think it's an important, you know, the idea, and it sounds a little bit brutal. It sounds a little bit scary to think.
I am very real. I am
Yeah,
authentic.
you know,
Prefer.
not everyone will come out of COVID and be a big makeup artist again, because you have to make the effort and you have to make the. I wrote, you know, I take notes during our sessions, but I wrote more things down in the last hour than I've ever written down in any of these little things, like this will change, and confirm your position. I'm really proud of everybody who's on this session with us. They're making the effort, you know, they're coming and listening and paying attention and
I know
participating.
it's good. It's good. I know what you are doing is good. It's because you know maybe I am a little bit rude and but
No, it's real.
it's
It's
my
real.
style because you know to go like that. Okay, blah 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 blah. We listen everywhere. Blah 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 blah. No, with so many blah blah. Now it's time to be realist and to do. Okay. We have to finish with that. We have to be active and to prepare, but not only listen always the same thing. The one, you know, okay, we understand. We suffered. We lose money, all of us. We okay, that's done. Some of them they were sick. You know, a dramatical situation in the family. Okay, we have done. We have this. But now, okay, now we will not stay like that. So if we want to keep our job, to improve okay, to have a new life and to continue, as you said, it's better to see things like that and to start by the beginning with no holistic things around. You know, it's a reality. It's a reality.
For sure. And I think, you know, you said you were rude, and or I'm much meaner to our TPG community, and much they know I just call it like it is. So there, this is
But I
nothing.
know you, you can continue.
You know this about me.
But I don't know how you are with the community.
Oh,
That's
you know,
so I
always the same, little angel,
cannot
an angel.
judge.
Um, you know, just before we start wrapping up, I want to ask you another question about things that people can do. Yes, they can be creative and they can draw and they can paint and they can focus on the business. Is there anything else you think are very, I don't know the word, tangible, things that someone can say this week, next week, before confirm my position? Here's what I'm going to start to make sure I do.
Yes, it's important to have like a program because you know I'm not so much. I am an artist, so organization. I don't look so much like an organized lady. You see, I look a little bit of my red hair, rock and roll lady. But no, I am and I am not because a little bit, but not totally. And I know also if you don't fix before a little bit and more, you know, I can see ladies' face, a lot of ladies' face. I am sure most of you, you have a children, you're married, or I don't know, family, a lot of things to do, personal life. If you don't organize your life, you will not do it. You will not do it even you have no so much job for the moment. But I know that because I have also my family. You will not do it. You must consider to do like we talked about before, like a job. It's a pre-job before the job. This means you know to have to take your agenda, okay, and say and you know make do one day, I don't know, today or afternoon. I say okay, that day or today, if you can more, I will only be occupied doing preparing my future. Okay. Each one you have different things for to do it. You have to think about. You have to think about. You know, to think about how to is to prepare your future. It's one moment of your calendar because at the beginning you don't know what is to organize your future. because you don't know exactly what will be your future. Maybe you think your future will be like that and you are wrong. You have to think about what will be your future. Job, I don't speak about your personal life. Huh? I don't want to be a, but also, you know, it's sometimes, you know, the personal life and job are really, it's that must be also, yes, it's sometimes connected. For to really make a point, and when really you are quite sure, because you can change, about your new vision, is that we call it to have a vision. You must have a vision about your future. When you have a real vision, you have to work on that vision. Say, okay, what I have to do to arrive to that vision? What I have to change? What I have to add? Okay, so you make a list. You write a real list. Okay. And after that, you take the list, and one by one, you try to do, you know, to achieve, you know, what you have to do the list for to be able to say done, 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 and done. And after that, when you will have done that, I am sure you will feel much better. Maybe you will change doing that. Maybe doing that, say, no, I was wrong. It's not totally that. I will change. And at the final, you will see, you will find your own solution, quite your own solution. It's clear. You know what I'm talking about? You know, it's a marketing solution. You know, the one in a company when they have to think about very important. They do that at the beginning. I say, oh, why they do that? But yes, it's necessary to do that. You have to write and to It's a good solution, and you will find, and you will that will oblige you to meet maybe some people, to take off maybe some people, some things you were doing before. Out. I will not do it anymore because it's totally unuseful. Or yes, I will see that, I will do that. Maybe that it will be useful for the future, okay? Because now it's different. And you will see, I'm sure, you will feel better. You will clean a little bit also your professional life. You will discover some wrong things, beautiful things in your professional life. And it will be for you a new vision of your professional life. And you will learn, because, okay, I need to learn that because if I want to arrive to that point, I need a little bit to deep my knowledge about, and you will do it. You will do it. Why not? You will do it. Did they understand me? Because my English is terrible.
Oh my God, your English is so good. Although I'll say this.
You lie, Michael.
No, I speak Dany though. I've known you so long. I speak Dany. So maybe we can do a translation for the people who don't speak Dany.
Well, maybe you speak Dany, but all of them don't speak Dany.
No, it's good. It's perfect. So as we wrap up, I wanted to ask you one question, and this question was: if you, Dany Sanz, could give every artist who is with us one piece of advice, something that you hope they take away and they remember as they move forward in their careers. We have artists on this call who have been makeup artists for 30 years or 20 years. We have artists on this session who have been makeup artists for 6 months or are students. We have Dave, your son, David Hernandez, is with us on this session, our art. What can you say that we can take away as a last moment for us together today to move forward?
May I say something funny?
Yes.
I know a lot. Some of them I don't know, but so I love them really. I love them even when they are not so much, when they are different, because I like different people. And I know also some of them are really creative, real artists. Yes, with a lot of potential. But now, and you know, I am really avant-gardist, totally avant-gardist. And now, you know, the planet is full from years of artists, artistry. We are surrounding by artists, the ones they want to become artists, the ones they are artists, creativity. You know, even before the COVID, I was really nervous about, you know, we was obliged to be artists. If you don't, you are not artist, people look at you. "Ah, he's not innovative. He's not different. He's not an artist. I have to find something really creative in my life. So now I'm bad. I have to. You see, that make. You know, we arrive in that point. You know, it's and you know, for me, it was nice to meet someone. Say, are you artist? No. Are you very creative? No. What are you doing? I do that job. And are you really professional? I say, yes. I say, oh, I love you because it's different. Because too much is too much sometimes, you know. And because too much, you finish for to see all the time the same thing, you know, Instagram, and in fact, nothing is new. You see all the time the same thing, you know, they copy the artist. So my advice, they will be shocked. They will be shocked, but young, old, mature, ladies, gay, all kind of artists, creative, okay? One day, you have to take off your brain full of different things, too heavy. And now, you know, we have to start again with a new things. If we don't do that, we'll follow all the time with the same to add and to add and to add. So I think one day we have to, if we have to change, we have to change. Okay. I'm strict. To take off the brand, to wash the brand, voila. Well done. Huh? Okay. Rinse the brand, dry the brand, iron the brand, re-put the brand, stay a little bit in the bathroom with nobody around, because already you see, okay, and start again like a baby, you know, a new baby born, and we will see, we'll have immediately whenever everything will start again, explosion of real new fresh things, you know, happiness, real authenticity. Do you think it's possible to do?
I do.
Do you think they will not think I'm crazy? Tell me the truth.
I think we will think you're crazy and that you're crazy genius and that it's absolutely what we all need to do.
But I am sincere. I will try to do it. So I have to
It's
think
incredible.
No, I joke, but it's a little like that because it's too, you know, when you have to start something with all the things, you know, with the past, with too much ex creativity, ex things done. After that, they will fight. You know, I was the first. So it's better to start again somewhere. I will be very happy to start again with a white board, you know, and say, okay, now we have a new future. The whole world also, we have a new future with a new generation. It will be fabulous to all kind of color scheme, all kind of culture. White paper, and we start again. Creative, less or more. You see, it will be, and in art, it will be fabulous. I would like to do that. I would like to be able to do that, because the reality will be here. and also the happiness, the peaceful time will be. So I'm sure some of them they will do. They will do it because it's too much difficult to start something when you have done a lot. You have done a lot, you have all that potential, everything you have done, and suddenly it's like a children when you took the toys of the children. But what happened? It's difficult. So if you can remove and to start with a white, totally clear brand, it will be fabulous. It's my dream, the Danny's dream. Maybe we'll paint it.
I think that that is an amazing point to wrap our conversation up on. I'm going to make some time this weekend to start to wash my brain. I'm going to have you teach me exactly what I have to do. Yeah, and the beard, I first for Jacques, Uncle Jacques, I wash the beard.
Okay.
I want to thank all of our participants for being here, but I also want to remind everyone that the reason that this is a free program for our TPG Pro members is because it is part of our master series, and that is sponsored by 7 amazing brands: Scandinavia, Temp2, Senna Cosmetics, Alcone Company, Cinema Secrets, Royal and Land Nickel, and the Makeup Light. If you're going to post anything about this session, please thank them, because it's the reason we're able to do these programs for free for you guys. Dany's plan is still, at this point, to come to the States and do some in-person programming this fall, if we can, if Dany can travel, if we can do these things. And if we cannot bring Dany over for some reason, from a COVID situation or travel restrictions, we will be doing some more programming this fall with Dany. That will be paid for programming, and Dany will be doing some artistry, and maybe if we're lucky, she can do some drawing for us and take us a lesson maybe. And then of course, the last lesson will be the wash the brain lesson.
Still I am makeup artist, huh? Still I am makeup artist.
C'est vrai, c'est vrai. And as soon as we can get Dany to give us a French lesson, I will follow up with you guys.
Yes,
Dany,
yes.
Thank you for your support of the Powder Group community, and thank you to all of her tribe who are here with us, David and all the folks from around the world. Look for the next thing with Dany, and I'll see all of us online. À tout à l'heure, Dany. À bonsoir.
Au revoir tout le monde.
Bye, guys. Thank you.